Welcome to Sports Leadership Topic 3A Part 2, where we continue talking about diversity. In the Eli reading that you've had to look at, they talk about leader-centred theories, the valued traits of leadership being gender neutral, but the reason that they're gender neutral is because women were really irrelevant for leadership for a long time. Now, with so many women coming into the workforce, there are more women in leadership roles. Therefore, these valued traits need to be considered as to whether they're still actually relevant for leadership, or whether there is a different skill set or a slightly different skill set because there are more women in leadership. The same issue can be debated about ethnicity. The change is that women are now more visible in leadership roles, and there is some more women in leadership research. However, there's not a lot, simply because there aren't terribly many women in the top seat. What we're going to do throughout this diversity topic is we're going to use gender as a lens to see how these assumptions that we have around leadership handicap those people who are not in the majority, and how that is likely to affect organisations. And that is beautifully summed up on page 153 in the Eli reading. Now, Eli talks about 4 frames. The first frame is that the sort of sex role socialisation has made women less skilled than men to compete in the world of business, and therefore for women to be equal with men, then women have to gain the requisite leadership skills, and they lack them. Frame 2 that Eli talks about is that our perspective on gender and leadership should seek to celebrate rather than devalue women's roles as leaders. So we reframe what leadership is in order to take advantage of women's skills in relationship and emotional competence. Frame 3 that Eli is talking about is the situational factors that probably explain women's underrepresentation in leadership roles far better than anything else. It's not from socialisation, but from different structures, as she puts it, of opportunity, reward and power that block women's access and advancement. And I think that would probably be true of minorities. And frame 4 is, instead of saying men are best or women are best or it's situational, to say what's missing? What's missing from this activity we call leadership, and what new possibilities might open up when we think about these gendered aspects of leadership. Is it because we expect leaders to look like men? Is it because we think that women should be selfless givers and at home with the children? Is the fact that women tend to be more collaborative and tend to be less aggressive, that is why there are fewer women leaders, or is it something completely different? Basically, it's discussing the undiscussables.